Hi guys, and welcome back to Ask Nikki and Dan. I'm going to jump into today's question. Ready?
Today's question is...
My hair took me like 2 minutes and it's cute, huh? It's like beach chic.
Beach chic?
It's all air dried and then I literally curled like 4 pieces around a curling iron.
I like it.
Let me know if you guys like it. I'm glad you like it.
It smells nice too.
Nice and clean. Okay. Hey Nikki, and Dan, I have been afraid, or I've had the problem with being afraid of dying since I was 13. I am 16 now and I am still really scared about death. Whenever I think about it, I seem to go into a panic attack and I freak out. What are your thoughts on this topic and how should I go about solving this problem? Thanks. I have a couple things to say. Do you have something to say first?
Well, I don't know. I just know why I'm not scared of it. It's because it happens to everyone. We can't avoid it. And for a lot of us, we're not even going to know when it's going to happen. It's just going to go whoop.
Yeah. It is weird though. Dude, really weird.
I'm not scared of it because, you know, I do a lot of dangerous things over and over again because it's fun. I'm not scared of dying. I don't know.
I get scared of dying. I'm right there with you. But to be totally honest, and this is just being like honest, when I get really freaked out of dying, which happens sometimes, to be honest, I get more afraid of other people dying than me dying, like of them dying and I'm like alone and I can't talk to them anymore, like siblings, my parents, friends, obviously Dan, you know, I get more afraid of that. But the way that I calm myself down, you guys know that we are Christians, and I don't think that, I mean, to be totally honest, nothing can be, you won't know until you die, really, is the point. And you can choose to believe whatever you want. And so when I freak out, I really choose to go back to what I believe in. I'm like, I'm going to heaven, I'm going to see everyone again, and I really focus on what I believe and what I feel is true. And that's what I try to kind of hold on to, because I think everybody gets worried about death because, like he said, everybody dies, which is a really weird, trippy thing. Sometimes I look around and I'm like, dude, everything around us is gonna, we're in a generation, it's gonna be completely gone at some point. And that's so weird to think about. Like, trips me out when they would show, like, it's okay, like Pearl Harbor soldiers, and it would be like, dude, there's like not many people from like your generation left. It's really weird. And like he said, it's kind of one of those things, like Dr. Laura has this quote that says the fastest way to happiness is to accept reality, like rather than trying to fight it. And I think that that's a good quote for this situation, like to just be like, well, I'm gonna die, and just to like remove the fear from it. It's just like, it is what it is, you know? And like I said, you know, we choose to believe what we choose to believe in. And yeah, now that being said, I think that, and it's hard to tell the line because I don't really know and like what is normal, but I have read online that like if you are having an excessive fear of death, like if it's all the time, oh, I thought my phone was being, I thought someone was calling me. If you're like just all the time, they do say that at that point you need to go and get like help, because they say that it's not normal, and that's why I use that word really loosely because there's not really such thing as normal, but they say it's not normal to be that scared all the time, and that it can be a symptom of a deeper issue, like a chemical imbalance, whether it's like depression or anxiety or something going on in your brain, because it's something everybody wonders about, but they say you're not supposed to be thinking about it all day, every day. Well, it's hard to know though what that line is.
Yeah, and it's hard to really give good advice because I've never had that feeling, but like,
but it's encouraging.
I will say that like, since it's something that you can't avoid, use your time wisely and not think about it as much, because you could be going out and doing things that you like and having fun rather than concentrating on something that makes you, you know, depressed and sad. Because if I sat here and thought about death for 5-10 minutes, I'd be in a really sad mood.
Yeah, that's one thing he tells me a lot, is that like that he just chooses not to think about things because there's not a point, and so he just fast forwards to the end of that and goes, there's not a point, so I'm just going to choose not to do this. So it is helpful because you're very level-headed, so you help me with that stuff, so it's good to hear. But yeah, that's the answer to that question. And I'm going to open up to the Twitter question, and it says, I'm not ready to start dating like how you weren't, but a guy keeps asking me out and I tell him that I'm not ready. Help? This is a pretty easy one to me. Mm-hmm. You just tell him no. I know you may have like feelings of like, what do I do? But it's like really black and white. You just tell him, I'm not ready to start dating. Thanks, I'm flattered. Not ready. And just trust that guys will be around forever and that you're not in a rush.
Even if you think you like him, just, I mean, if you think you're already having this thought that you're not ready, you're not ready.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not ready. So, you're cute.
And I've only known like 1 or 2 couples that are married, and I've been married a while.
That dated in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really super uncommon.
But everybody else I know did date in high school, and that's not who they ended up with.
Yeah, because it's a hard age. You're growing up, you know? So I guess that could be said of any age. It's just a kind of a general, you know, not always true, but just generally speaking.
Statistically.
Yeah, so.
But, I mean, it does happen.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I just think you answered your own question. You're not ready, so it's like, nope, thanks, no thanks. So that is the end of this episode. Send us your questions. Oh, I didn't say at the beginning, this episode is sponsored by Netflix. Use netflix.com/Nikki for a free 30-day trial to Netflix. We're obsessed with it. And yeah, that's an understatement. We will see you soon. So send your messages, my hair, to asknikkip@gmail.com or use the hashtag AskNikkiP. Thanks, Dan, for being on the episode. We're going to film another one now, and we'll see you later.
Duck face.
Na 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 na.